magic of March. The Wisconsin division of Quincy Newspapers Incorporated presents the 37th annual WIAA Girls State Basketball Championships. Live from Madison, Wisconsin, this WIAA Sports Exclusive is brought to you statewide by Associated Bank. Sign up for Associated Bank checking today and get exclusive backers checks featuring Aaron Rodgers himself. For details, visit AssociatedBank.com. Marshfield Clinic, encouraging you to live an active, healthy life. Marshfield Clinic, don't just live, shine. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Rural Mutual Insurance Company, a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award. Go to ruralins.com. WIAA, support your public schools and your teachers. Join the conversation on Facebook /Speak Out Wisconsin. WIAA, moving education forward. And by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board.
Welcome to the 37th annual WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament from the Kohl Center in Madison. So glad you could join us along the WIAA State Network. Our first matchup of the day in Division 5, a semifinal featuring the Owen-Witee Blackhawks out of the Clover Belt East against the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals from the Merriwood South. Joining me is Heidi Hamilton, head coach at Arrowhead High School. I'm Brian Groff. So glad you could join us here this morning. We see these two teams very familiar when it comes to the state tournament. Tom Weinkoff has won 3 state titles with the Newman girls. Al Goodman over at Owen-Witee is the all-time winningest coach in the history of the state. But these two coaches have never coached against each other.
That's so amazing to me. And look at all the experience that they bring on this bench and to their team. I guess what better place to meet than on the Kohl Center floor?
Let's take a look at our Menards points of the games. And as we start out with the Newman Fighting Cardinals, what stands out for you, Heidi?
Well, look at Sarah Conley. She averages 17 points a game, 5 steals, and even though she's only 5'4", she plays so much bigger. And then you have Brianna Yane, averaging 13 points a game. She leads in scoring and the attitude for the entire team.
Sarah played a lot on last year's team that won a state title. Yane, a starter on that squad. Over for the Owen-Witee Blackhawks, your Menards points of the game.
Now, all 3 of these girls average in double digits, and not only do they average in double digits, but you've got Bailey Caraba leading in rebounds, Alyssa Gordon leading in assists, and Gerlitz leading in steals. So these 3 are the core of this team.
2 of the best teams in the state in Division 5 throughout the year. What do you think are some of the big keys heading out into the start of this game?
Both teams play tremendous defense. They like to pressure full court, half court, and I think they're both quick. They both like to score. I almost feel like it's the battle of defenses. They're so similar in every way.
We look forward to bringing it to you after these words from our sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
To be heard is a powerful thing. When you help someone speak, you're not only giving them a voice, you're giving them an identity. By amplifying the voices of educators, speaking out for programs like special education, WIAA speaks for me and my students. Add your voice to the conversation at Speak Out Wisconsin on Facebook.
There is such a need in Wisconsin for dental care.
And we've stepped up to the plate, both in terms of money, resources, and people.
We're improving access throughout the state for needy populations.
We're giving back to the community.
We're always thinking about ways to make life better for everyone.
Our mission and our reason for being is to improve access to oral health care.
It's just simply the right thing to do.
That was Owen-Witee senior Valerie Nemi with the national anthem. Time for us to introduce the players on both of these teams. We send it over to PA announcer Bonnie Olson.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Kohl Center for today's Division 5 semifinal game between the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals and the Owen-Witee Blackhawks. And now let's meet the teams. First for Newman Catholic, Brianna Jankowski, Kimberly Stife, Laura Belke, Abby Connolly, Christina Gruno, Anna McCarty, Chloe Chapman, Lauren Lepre. And now let's meet the Owen-Witee Blackhawks. Alyssa Fritz, Valerie Nemi, Katie Beck, Isabel Nemi, Emily Goki, Stephanie Hegemeyer, Chrisara Mueller, Hunter Halida, Julia Schmelzer, and Kristen Kitlika. And now the starting lineup for the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals. At guard, a senior, number 20, Sarah Connolly. At guard, a sophomore, number 40, Maddie Tubbs. At forward, a senior, number 22, Daly Rupar. At forward, a senior, number 32, Brianna Yang. And at center, a senior, number 34, Grace Kennedy. The Fighting Cardinals are coached by Thomas Weinkoff. And now, let's meet the Owen-Witee Blackhawks. Our starters at guard, a sophomore, number 15, Bailey Caraba. At guard, a junior, number 22, Emily Hagemeyer. At guard, a senior, number 34, Alyssa Gordon. At forward, a junior, number 23, Kennedy Batchelor. And at forward, a junior, number 40, Alina Gerlitz. The Blackhawks are coached by Al Guthman. Officials for today's game, Mike Brewer, Eric Butala, and Andre Gosh.
Time now for your starting lineups, brought to you by Delta Dental of Wisconsin, ensuring great smiles for 50 years. Experience the Delta Dental difference. Your starters for the Owen-Witee Blackhawks, Caraba, Hegemeyer, Gordon, Batchelor, and Garlitz. The starters for the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals, Connolly, Tubbs, Rupar, Yane, and Kennedy. Two teams making it out to the Badger W and the tip-off circle. Owen-Witee in the black uniforms with the red and white numerals and trim. Newman in the white uniforms with the Carolina blue and red numerals and trim. We are just about ready to tip things off in a Division V semifinal. Garlitz for the Blackhawks and Kennedy for the Cardinals. The tip, and we are underway in the 37th annual WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament. What does Newman want to do on offense, Heidi?
Well, Newman wants to be able to execute their plays, be patient, and be able to handle their pressure.
We have a whistle underneath. We're going to go the other way. Newman puts on its full court pressure as the Blackhawks get ready to inbound the ball.
Newman is very well known for their full court pressure. One thing that they have to be able to handle.
Caraba called for the travel. That is the key, hanging onto the basketball and breaking that press. They got the ball across half-court line, but then ended up turning it over.
You know, the interesting thing is Owen-Witee averages 62 points a game. Newman averages 59 points, so both of them like to score and are explosive on the offensive end, and at the same time, they put a lot of defensive pressure.
Blackhawks with their pressure, and they create a turnover. Caraba coming back the other way. She decides to pull things back.
You can tell there are little nerves going on right now. not used to playing on this long college floor.
Cross-court pass. That shot is in and good for Gordon for 3. The Blackhawks on the board first. They quickly apply the pressure. Cardinals bring it across. Kennedy with it, kicks it out to the corner. That one rattles up and through.
Didn't take long for both teams to score.
Bailey Rupar with the first points for the Cardinals. Blackhawks get it across. That's Batchelor with it. They go inside. The pull up and off the glass is Garlitz.
Beautiful move inside. Took her time, used the glass.
These two teams have similar scoring totals, but they're also similar when it comes to rebounding as well. And Connolly takes it all the way in for the layup.
Not afraid of anything, taking it strong, finishing with the left hand.
A lot of experience on both of these squads. We talked about Newman being down here and winning state titles the last 2 years, but Owen-Witee has had a nice run of success making it down here to state. It's been a couple of years, but they have a lot of experience with these girls playing volleyball. They were state runners-up this past season.
Absolutely, and what two sports complement each other better than volleyball and basketball? It's nice to see that they both play volleyball and basketball.
The Blackhawks, as you can imagine, have some jumpers on this team as they jump up and grab that rebound right there. They deal with the Cardinals' pressure.
One thing Coach Guthman said is they have to be able to handle Newman's pressure.
Kennedy with the rebound. Connolly dribbles it across. Connolly goes to the right, in, kicks it out, and it goes out of bounds. Owen-Witee basketball.
That was a great look by Connolly. Just soft hands, and that happens when you're nervous, especially in the first quarter of the opening game.
Batchelor sends it in. Hegemeyer with it up the sideline.
It was amazing. We're not even 3 minutes into the game, and how many possessions have we had? Both run and gun, up and down the floor, pressure both ends.
Each team showing an ability to get to the basket. Owen-Witee shooting from long range as well. Gordon back and forth, comes across the free throw line. Hegemeyer, 4-3, off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, the putback off the back. Newman comes out with it.
That was a great board for Elena Gerlitz. They have to be able to get second and third opportunities at that basket.
Yane inside, and that's off the rim. Battle for the loose ball. Players on the floor, and we have a tied-up basketball. We're going to go the other way. Owen-Witee with it. Newman comes into the state tournament as champions of the Pulaski sectional, defeating Assumption 58-31 and Hilbert 57-56 in the sectional final.
Oh, grab it!
Newman creates a turnover all the way inside and off the glass. That ball poked around. Offensive putback off the back. Batchelor gets it, and she swings it outside. Hegemeyer pushes it ahead. Caraba trying to chase it down. It looks like it's off a Newman player.
Good hustle back on the floor by number 34, Grace Kennedy, deflecting that out of bounds.
Owen-Witee won the Spooner sectional, defeating Marshfield Columbus 66-31 and Northwood 58-35.
Owen-Witee being very patient on offense.
Hegemeyer has it. She sends it across. They go inside. Batchelor inside to Caraba.
That was a nice job by the Blackhawks, being patient, seeing the opening at the corner, and a great finish on that shot.
Tubbs slices through the defense. They go into the corner with Connolly. Kicks it back outside. They swing it around. That one rattles in and out. Battle for the loose ball. Someone has it down there, and we got a timeout. Al Goodman calls a timeout. He gets a 30-second timeout, as he could see his player on the floor before she could get called for a traveling. Let's take another look, Heidi.
Here's Bailey Caraba in the corner for the nice jump shot. I tell you, she's the key to this team, and what I want to point out is she is only a sophomore, playing with such confidence and leading that team. You know, I want to make a point. Elena Gerlitz, that girl has been on the floor 3 consecutive possessions, getting rebounds, getting steals. I mean, she leads her team in steals, and she is just all over the floor.
She was second team all-conference this year and averages 11 points, but as you say, she's up there leading them in steals, and she gets those rebounds, second on the team with 6 a game.
And that's the little things like steals and diving on the floor. Those are the points that are never seen in the statistics in the newspaper, and that's what every team needs, are those role players that are going to get down and dirty.
They heave the big pass up ahead. Quickly, they cover all 94 feet. That one's up and good by Gordon.
That was a beautiful transition play. Got the ball at the court. Instead of dribbling, they passed it and finished on the layup.
Kennedy sends it into the corner. Connolly knocks down the shot.
Sarah Connolly has a very pure shot, very pretty, connects on it.
She averages almost 17 points a game this year.
I had made a comment before about her only being 5'4", and I tell you, she plays like she's 5'9", 5'10". I always tell my little campers, they ask me, am I too short to play basketball? And I'm like, you are never too short to play basketball. You could be 5'2" or you could be 6'4".
Carrabba hits nothing but net for the Blackhawks. Newman quickly brings it back. Tubbs, they go into the corner, and that's knocked out of bounds. Last off of Rupar. And we're going to take you back a bit. Take a look at the replay here as they cover the whole court in a hurry.
One pass, two pass, and finish at the other end. That's the perfect way to hit transition without one dribble on the floor.
Carrabba had her foot on the sideline. That's a turnover on the Blackhawks. Gordon has 5 points. Carrabba has 4 points for Owen-Witee. Leading scorer is Connolly with 4 for Newman. Connolly dribbles it around to the left, gets a double team. That one's off the rim, and a rebound grab by Batchelor. Batchelor holds up, sends it ahead. She had Garlitz there, finds a cutter. Gordon, she stops and pops.
Newman is playing so much and putting so much pressure in the backcourt that they're forgetting the person underneath the basket, and that's how they're getting those last two shots.
Owen-Witee opening up a 7-point advantage. Connolly for 3 off the front of the rim. Newman, another chance. They go inside off the glass. That one bounces out. Another chance, and it's poked out of bounds. No, they stayed. They kept it. Trying to look through traffic myself, and that score is good by Kennedy.
That's what happens after you get 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, keeping that ball alive and attacking the rim.
The Blackhawks push it up ahead. Carrabba tracks it down all the way in. There's some contact there. Kennedy takes it away. The 2012 WIAA Girls Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Owen-Witee player, and we have a timeout on the floor, or we have a substitution is what we have. Coming in is Abby Connolly, and we do have a timeout on the floor. A message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
That was me, the slam dunk king. All right, that was me. 6 championships under my belt. I never got off the couch. So then one day I looked in the mirror and I saw my dad. Started playing basketball for real, but not with these giants. Or with him. There we go. Playing with Ben and James. Yeah. Almost dunked it. Soon I'll be able to dunk it.
When you were a teen, a driver's license meant one thing, freedom. But to your parents, it meant the stress of finding and paying for auto insurance. Today, it's easy with Rural Mutual Insurance. We get teens. Our Town & Country auto policy offers young operator rates, claims-free discounts, deductible forgiveness, and multi-policy discounts of up to 25%. Since Rural Mutual Insurance only does business in Wisconsin, premiums paid here stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. Contact us at ruralins.com.
We are back at the Kohl Center in Madison. Owen-Witee jumps out to a 13-8 advantage on Newman Catholic here in a D5 semifinal. Newman will get the basketball under their own basket. We have another horn, and we will be set to go. Closed captioning of this WIAA tournament broadcast is brought to you by your local WIAA network station. Newman up top with the basketball. Owen-Witee with the rebound. That's Gordon. Through the pressure, almost taken away by Newman. Owen-Witee keeps it. Carrabba with it now. She tries to go inside, and it's poked out of bounds. We're going to go the other way.
That was a tough angle from the top of the key to get it to the post, but great idea. She had a nice seal underneath. Just got to get that angle for that entry pass.
Newman quickly across, then a traveling call at midcourt.
I find it so interesting that Coach Goodman is all concerned about the press that Newman's going to put on, but I think Owen-Witee is doing a fabulous job themselves putting on the full court pressure.
Yeah, it's a two-way street there. They can do it just as well. Owen-Witee with the ball and the lead. Hegemeyer with it. They go into the corner with Batchelor. Back out top to Hegemeyer. The entry pass, nice pass inside, and Garlick scores.
That was a beautiful look and a great finish underneath. I really like Emily Hegemeyer. She has got a good eye, good court vision, saw the opening underneath.
Newman cutting into the bucket, left-handed score by Yane.
Good left hand. Like to see that left hand on the left side.
Take a look at the numbers for the field goals here. A lot of layups. Newman almost poked it away. That was Tubbs getting her hand in on that pass. We're going to take another look at Owen-Witee.
Here we have Hegemeyer at the top, underneath, with a great finish by number 40, Elena Gerlitz.
We talked about all those jumpers for the Blackhawks, and that was another instance of jumping, getting up in the air and getting that entry pass and then getting an easy bucket.
So far, Owen-Withee's been able to score inside, off the transition. They've hit some nice jumpers from the outside, so they've really got a nice balanced scoring attack.
Owen-Witee has a couple players that are 5'9", everyone else 5'8" or shorter. We got a battle for the loose ball on the court. It's tied up. Possession arrow is going to be given to the Cardinals. Newman took first place in the Merriwood Conference South this year. 25-1 record overall. Their only losses here to Oshkosh West, the Division I team that made the state field as well. They were 14-0 in the conference. Taken away by Hegemeyer. Or excuse me, that was Batchelor. She pulls up in the paint and draws the foul.
Getting back to Newman, what I like about them is that they are not afraid to play Division I teams. They want to play the best competition they can in the state, and their only loss was by a buzzer beater, 37-39 against Oshkosh West in the Marshfield Christmas tournament.
Yeah, they had that ball. It was 30 seconds to go. They were tied, and then they turned it over, and Oshkosh West scored. That was a back-to-back playing Marshfield over in Marshfield for that tournament. Not only did they play Marshfield, they played Wausau West and Wausau East this year.
And against the Marshfield game, Sarah Connolly had 34 points. So they're used to playing great competition, and they're ready for anything that comes their way.
Well, Owen-Witee is definitely ready to come out and play here in this D5 semifinal. They have a 15-10 advantage, being very patient on this offensive possession.
Not only are they patient, they use the entire floor. They swing the ball, they look for the opening in the defense, and I really like their patience.
That was a rebound by Tubbs. Here come the Cardinals. Sarah Connolly tries a three off the front, gets her own rebound, takes it in for a closer look. Owen-Witee comes away with it. Fight for the loose ball, and that one's tied up. Possession arrow will maintain Blackhawks basketball. Owen-Witee came in second place in the Clover Belt East Conference. There are so many good teams in that Clover Belt. A 24-3 overall record, 13-3. You have Altoona in there, you have Regis in there, they had 4 teams from the conference that were playing in the sectional finals. The final seconds, that's off, and we have one period in the books. Owen-Witee jumps out to a 15-10 advantage after the first quarter. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.
7-11, By WIAA.
Can you keep it up there somehow? Perfect. Can you read that?
Not really. It's a good first quarter.
Yeah, it was.
Easy to call.
It was very good, yeah. It's nice when they're... This WIAA game summary is brought to you by Skyward, creator of Skyward School Management System and Skyward Family Access, the best solution for Wisconsin school districts and parents. Heidi, the numbers, what jumps out for you after the first quarter of play?
Definitely the assists. Look at the 6 assists by Owen-Witee to Newman Catholic. They're being much more patient on offense, finding the open player, And I think that Newman right now needs to execute their plays, take some time, and rest a little bit on offense because it's such a fast-paced game. They have to be more patient on offense.
There's been a lot of battles for loose balls and a lot of players on the floor, yet only one foul has been called. It's been a very clean game as well.
It has been, and I just love the intensity that both teams are bringing to the court.
Garlitz kicks it outside. Up top, that one off the rim by Gordon. Offensive rebound, the putback underneath the rim.
That was great positioning by Karaba, just couldn't get it to fall.
Connolly pulls it back. Tubbs with it, quickly into the corner. They go inside, that's Kennedy, gets her own miss, puts it back up and draws the whistle. So she'll head to the free throw line for a pair.
That was a great play by number 40, Kennedy. Madison Tubbs. She did a great job getting the ball to the wing. It was a give and go right back to the post.
Alyssa Gordon called for the foul.
Grace Kennedy shooting 62% from the free throw line.
Gordon's first personal foul. Kennedy, one of 3 captains on this team, second team all-conference, and a good inside presence for the Cardinals this year.
I think they need to start looking for her a little bit more on the inside and utilizing that down low play.
She showed that aggressiveness, missing that first shot and following it up and going hard back to the basket. Karaba with it, quickly swings it over to Gordon. Gordon for 3, rattles in and out. Newman rebound, here they come. Connolly right down the middle, off to the right side and off.
That's a great take by Connolly, just overlaid it.
Another tied up basketball. We're going to go back the other way. Talked about Tom Weinkoff and Al Goodman not meeting each other. Al Goodman, 36 years at Owen-Witee, 41 overall, 629 wins and 290 losses. That is a lot of basketball games.
That is.
The bucket and the foul. Garlitz has a chance at a three-point play.
Owen-Witee is not afraid of their full court press whatsoever. They break it, and once they break it, they finish it at the other end.
They've done that a couple times where they've quickly gotten it up the court, this time with the bucket and a foul and a chance at a three-point play.
I had mentioned Elena Gerlitz earlier, and she is really doing everything for this team, connecting on a three-point play.
Brianna Jankowski, number 10 for the Newman Fighting Cardinals, now checks into the game. Closed captioning of this WIAA tournament broadcast is brought to you by your local WIAA network station. Connolly with it, kicks it into the corner. Jankowski brings it back out. Kennedy with it. And Connolly wants to reset at the top.
Newman's showing some patience of their own right now, working the ball around.
Nice move into the paint. It's poked around. Grace Kennedy with the rebound. She kicks it out. Still fighting for it, and the Blackhawks come away with it.
Newman is doing a fantastic job on the offensive boards. Just can't get that to connect.
Gordon outside the perimeter. They go inside, a nice entry past the bucket and the foul.
That was a beautiful play right there. They got the weak side defense away, they saw the opening, and there is Gerlitz again finishing.
Garlitz with another chance at a three-point play. Boy, those passes into the post have been outstanding for the Blackhawks.
You can tell that they've been practicing this the entire season. I love how Karaba connected on that. And there's Elena Gerlitz once again on the free throw line, finishing with a three-point play, 2 in a row.
Garlitz, double digits in scoring. She now has 10 points. Tom Weinkoff wants to talk things over with his Cardinals as he calls a 30-second timeout. We talked about the coaching record for Al Goodman. On the flip side, Tom Weinkoff, 26th season overall with an overall mark of 529 wins and 105 losses. His 14th season at Newman, where he's gone 296 and 46. Of course, Tom Weinkoff won those 3 state titles, 3 in a row with Marathon's boys teams back in the 70s. And now he's looking to get a three-peat for the girls here with Newman. Won a title and then came back and then won the last couple of years down here in Madison.
I don't know if many people know this, but Coach Weinkoff played basketball himself at Carroll College in the early 60s. And I'm sure he shares a lot of his experiences with his girls, and that's kind of neat to know that he played at the college level himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience when it comes to the staffs on both of these teams, and Tom has his son Mark Weinkoff on his staff for the first time this year. Brad Tipple has been with him for a long time as well. And Al Goodman has a couple former players and a longtime friend on his coaching staff. So there's a lot of experience, a lot of familiarity with these girls from a young age and with this program.
Well, both of his assistants, Nicole Peterson and Morgan Mueller, they were former players of his, and he had made an interesting statement saying that Nicole Peterson has been to state 3 different times. Once as a manager when she was in junior high, once as a varsity player, and now as a coach.
And Morgan scored more than 1,000 points in her career.
Yes, she did. You know what is so neat is these former players are coming back to their program and giving back to the program.
Hegemeyer called for the traveling.
We always need good, positive female role models coming back and giving to the program.
Newman with the basketball. They trail 21-12 here in the second quarter with 5:40 to go. Gordon with the rebound. Up ahead to Caraba. Caraba brings it across and then holds up.
Caraba does a nice job of controlling the tempo and pulling it out and taking their time to set their offense.
Hegemeyer sends it across to Garlitz. Caraba tries a 3 off the back of the iron. Tracked down.
Great inside position on the rebounding by Abigail Connolly, Sarah's sister.
She's a good defender. She comes in, and they have their older sister, Megan, who played the last few years for the Newman Cardinals. So a lot of competition in that family. Grace Kennedy scores on a mid-range shot.
We talked about Kennedy trying to be a presence inside, and there she showed us how she can take care of the perimeter as well.
And we got a kick. Kennedy with the kick. And a buzzer, substitution for the Blackhawks. Checking into the game now is Stephanie Hegemeyer. So we're talking about all the sister acts. We have another Hegemeyer coming out here, sister to Emily.
It's got to be a great experience to be able to play with your sister for a couple years, make it to the state tournament. A lot of memories right there.
Owen-Witee also has some twins on this team, the Nemi girls. Owen-Witee with the basketball. Gordon spins. And that's out of bounds. There's a turnover. Newman gets it. Sarah Connolly sends it across. That's taken away by the Blackhawks. Garlitz inside. Gordon scores.
That's great defense. Their defense right there turned into their offense on the other end.
Kennedy at the Badger W. She dribbles it up to the arc. Connolly brings it around left hand into the paint. The left-handed layup off the rim. Rebound by Caraba, and we have a foul on Newman.
Here we have the steal by Garlitz. She brings it down. Nice little bounce pass and touch off the glass.
Owen-Witee pushes it up ahead again. Pulled back. And inside the bucket, and the foul is good.
This is her third opportunity for a three-point play. I tell you, Owen-Witee is not afraid of Newman's press whatsoever. If anything, they're beating it, finishing at the other end, and connecting on the free throw line with a three-point play.
Yeah. Well, 9.
Garlitz does it again.
That's her third of the game. Most players are lucky if they get 3 in the season, and she has 3 in the first half.
She's also reached her average scoring throughout the season as well. She averages 11 points a game. Newman tied up. They get it across all the way up and in, off the backboard. Offensive rebound. Connolly goes back up. Owen-Witee comes away with the rebound.
Owen-Witee is playing with a lot of composure right now.
Newman takes it away, and that one draws contact. That's Connolly heading to the free throw line.
You can see a little frustration on Connolly's face right now, and she's had so many great takes to the basket. They're just not falling, and she's got to understand that basketball is 4 quarters, and in the second half, it'll start falling. So she's just got to keep attacking the rim like she's doing.
Connolly good on the first. Garlitz with the foul. A big part of what Newman wants to do on offense is create those turnovers. So they get a turnover right there, and they get a lot of the high percentage shots because they're getting a lot of layups. It's just a matter of they need to make some baskets so they can put on that press, and then they can stop them.
But then once again, you got to give Owen-Witee some credit because they're getting back on defense, and they're a presence underneath there, and they're altering Newman's shots at the basket. So it's a two-way street.
Gordon has it up at the top, puts it on the floor. They go inside. It's been working all day for the Blackhawks, and it's up and in for Garlitz.
Boy, I tell you, 40, Elena Garlitz has impressed me so incredibly much with her hustle, her rebounding, her finishing around the rim. She's having it, I think, probably the game of her life on the Kohl Center floor.
Foul on Hegemeyer. We're going to have a substitution now for Owen-Witee.
Newman's got to they're going to have to start defending that block underneath because Garlitz is doing such a great job of posting up. Her teammates are finding her. They're going to have to do a better job, Newman, in defending that.
Emily Hegemeyer comes back into the ball game, and we have a turnover. That was off the inbounds. That ball just went right across the court. Little miscommunication there. So
Newman has to slow down a little bit. They have to show some leadership out here and pull together. They're showing a little bit of frustration on the court.
Hegemeyer with the basketball. That's Caraba with the entry pass. They go inside. Why not go to Garlitz again?
It's working. Why not?
Garlitz has 17 points.
She's tough to defend right now.
Newman pushes it ahead. Short corner off the back.
Guess who's got the rebound again?
She's got the ball. She's been around the basketball a lot. Hegemeyer up on the right side. That's poked away. Connolly, spin move. There's a deflection. Gordon with it. The ball's on the floor. Newman gets it. Sort of sat there on the floor for a moment. Connolly for three.
There you go. Wide open. Catch and release. Three-point line.
Newman puts on the press. Gordon and Batchelor back and forth as they bring it across. All the way up ahead, Caraba, nice touch pass. Garlitz sends it back out top. Keeps control, looks like that's off of Newman. That was off the Tubbs as it went out of bounds. Coming in now, substitutions are Yane for Newman and number 32, Hegemeyer. That's Stephanie Hegemeyer for the Blackhawks. A message now from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Okay, Edith, you are all set with the Packers checking account.
Thank you.
And we have a special gift for you.
Oh?
Hello, Edith. Want more Aaron Rodgers in your life?
Oh, my!
Is that part of the deal?
Oh.
Get exclusive Packers checks featuring Aaron when you open a Packers checking account. For details, go to your nearest branch or visit us online.
So do you play canasta?
All the time.
I love that game.
Join Menards this week in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Sleep in comfort with a new mattress from Serta. For more than 80 years, Serta has been producing the world's best mattress. Made in Beloit, Wisconsin, the Perfect Treasure Queen Mattress set is only $349. Or save $100 on the Excalibur Mega Eurotop Queen Mattress set. It offers additional softness, support, and ultimate comfort. Just $699.
Save big money at Menards.
2:03 to go here in the second quarter. Owen-Witee with a 30-18 advantage on Newman Catholic. And Garlitz has been the player of the game for the Blackhawks, Heidi.
Absolutely, she has. And we talked about the very first 2 minutes of the game. She was on the floor, she's going for loose balls, and she is doing it in every aspect of this game.
She's listed at 5'9", plays a lot bigger than that. Always in there, great defender, but she's been coming through big time on offense today. Gordon goes inside to Caraba, taken away by Newman, and we have a foul. And that foul is on Caraba. Closed captioning of this WIAA tournament broadcast is brought to you by your local WIAA network station. Newman trying to chip away at that 12-point deficit that they're staring at here with 1:45 to go. It's off the front for Yane. Owen-Witee comes away with it, running up the right side. They push it ahead. All the way up and in and off the glass is good for Stephanie Hegemeyer.
The Blackhawks see the floor so well. They're unselfish. They move the ball. It's really what their success has been this first half.
They have 12 assists so far this half. Yane goes into the corner. Kennedy with a little move, gets in closer, and that rolls in and out. Caraba with the rebound. pass to Batchelor. Batchelor in the short corner. Go to Mueller. It's Priscilla Mueller who's in the game. Taken away by Connolly. Connolly up and in for the layup. That's what Newman needs to do. That's what they really thrive on.
Connolly anticipates that pass, gets the steal, and finishes on the other end.
32-20 now in the final minute here in the second quarter. Tried to get an extra pass in there underneath, taken away by Newman.
In that situation, Kennedy Batchelor should have took it herself, and sometimes being too unselfish doesn't always go your way.
Connolly around the left side, she draws contact. Process of shooting, she's going to head to the free throw line for a pair.
Connolly sees the pass, anticipates it, pushes it in front of her, and finishes it on the other end. Good to see her making her layup there.
Connolly at the free throw line, where she shoots 67.8%, averages almost 17 points a game this season.
It's interesting, Brian. She's a senior, and last year as a junior, she only averaged 7 points a game, and this year she's averaging 17, so she's really picked up on the offensive end this year.
Emily Hegemeyer checks into the ball game, as well as Elena Garlitz. Brianna Jankowski in for the Cardinals.
As good of a basketball player that Sarah Connolly is, she will be attending St. Louis University on a track scholarship. She's quite the sprinter.
Yeah, they have an outstanding track program at Newman High School. 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Blackhawks with the basketball and the lead. Gordon goes inside the perimeter, kicks outside, and we have a traveling call before that shot by Hegemeyer. So Newman will get a final shot now.
Hegemeyer took a step into her shot at the three-point line, called her for a travel.
Owen-Witee sets up their defense. Newman with the basketball. Connolly has it. Just 6 seconds to go here. Final moments. Connolly tries a three that hits rim straight down. Owen-Witee with the rebound and the lead into the half. 32-21. Owen-Witee is in front. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
When I was a kid, I loved to eat. Oh, food, and more food. Junk, loved it. Didn't matter what it was. This is kind of actually painful to look at. But you know what? Coming up, you're going to see what I look like. No, that's not me. Come on, that's a beauty queen. Get her out of my story. That's me now. Much better. I just think it's important to set a good example for my daughter.
Skyward is critically important to the functioning of and operation of our school district. It provides us with the software and technology for student software, for financial software, for personnel software. A community values its school system when it sees that it can provide great services to its kids. Skyward provides that access. So the community itself is grateful to Skyward and the district for its partnership because it gives them greater confidence in their school district.
We're at the half. Owen-Witee with a 32-21 advantage. The Blackhawks are taking care of the basketball and even pushing the ball and breaking that press, and they've built that 11-point lead.
Absolutely. What I'm most surprised is that Newman is staying in that full court press because the majority of their points are off the transition and wide open baskets.
On the flip side, Newman is getting some shots inside. They thrive on creating those turnovers and scoring, but a lot of those shots are just hitting rim or they're hitting the glass and bouncing out, and Owen-Withee's been getting some rebounds.
They have been. And Newman is getting second, third, fourth opportunities at the basket. The problem is they're not finishing.
And how about Garlitz and the play she's had in the first half?
So impressed with her. Just really like that girl. Love her intensity. Not giving up. Shooting well from the floor. Great girl.
All right, we're going to be back in just a moment with some highlights and some stats from that first half. There's a lot of good ones to talk about. In the meantime, we send it upstairs to Jake Zimmerman.
Okay, Brian and Heidi, thank you very much. Yes, we are just getting started here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. So much action coming up, and again, we are at the half right now of this Division 5 game right now. Owen-Witee with a 32-21 lead over Wausau Newman. Well, we'll take a look ahead at what we've got coming up, but actually right now we've got a special guest to join us. We're joined by Dave Peterson, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Delta Dental. And Dave, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Jake. We are so excited to be a sponsor of the WIAA State Girls Championships. This is a great event. It's a fun place to be, and it just represents all that's good about Wisconsin and sports.
I tell you, it's such a fun time of the year. Let's talk a little bit about Delta Dental right now, though, if we can. Why don't you just start out by telling us a little more about it? What exactly is your mission as well?
Sure. Delta Dental is primarily known as a dental insurance company. We're a not-for-profit service corporation. We're headquartered in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. That's where the majority of our employees are. And our mission is to improve the access to overall oral health care for the residents of the state of Wisconsin.
And one of the big programs that you have, of course, is the Seal a Smile program. Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Sure. We are one of the funding sponsors of the Wisconsin State Seal a Smile program. And that program is run by the Department of Health and Social Services, as well as it's administered by the Children's Health Alliance. And so that program is in 42 of Wisconsin's 72 counties, so it covers everything from the northern part to the southern part, east, west, all in between. And what the people do is they go in and they put sealants on children's teeth, which is probably the most effective way to control and prevent cavities. And while people are in there, they get dental checkups, etc. Just a real good program to make sure that people are getting good quality access to oral health care.
Very important stuff, and this is a very big year as well for Delta Dental, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And this is our 50th anniversary, so we're really excited about 50 years in the business. Many of the schools that are participating here have been long-time Delta Dental customers, so we're covering the dental insurance for the employees' teeth and their family members, so this is a good place and a good place for us to be.
Maybe talk about some of the charitable organizations as well that Delta Dental is involved with too.
Sure. We do everything to promote the access to good oral health care. So one of the things we do is we fund scholarships for people at universities and technical colleges that are pursuing careers in oral health care. So whether it's people studying to be a dentist at Marquette University or people studying to be dental hygienists around the state at the various 16 technical colleges that many that have programs.
You talked a little bit about the state tournament. It's such a great time of year as well, as we mentioned. Why is Delta Dental so involved with the WIAA state tournament?
Well, I think part of us, it allows us to give back to the state. This state has been very good to us. We do business only in the state of Wisconsin. And, what a good environment. It's a way to get our message out, promote our platform, and, how could you not be excited to be part of the state tournaments?
It is so much fun. What about any new initiatives on the horizon for Delta Dental?
Sure. From the philanthropic end, probably our most significant one that I'm excited about is the Dream Flight program. And the Dream Flight program is essentially, it's a space shuttle that comes up to the schools, and it's a specific program for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. They have different rotations they go through, different experiments. So our science officer, Dr. Ike Miller, will be creating a little bit of an oral health care section for the kids to study, and talk about how do the astronauts brush their teeth when they're in space, and to have somebody like Dr. Ike Miller that was actually consulted by NASA on staff and living in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, that's an incredible resource for us, and we think it's going to be really cool.
We were talking a little bit about that, how astronauts do go ahead and go about that. It's an interesting process, isn't it?
Right, exactly. You can't spit toothpaste out in space. So.
It makes it a little tough. All right, again, Dave Peterson, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Delta Dental. Dave, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look ahead of what's to come here at the state tournament. We've got so much going on here at the Kohl Center. After this game for the Division 5 semi, we've got another D5 semi. Seneca, undefeated on the season right now, taking on Heritage Christian. That'll be about a 3:15 tip-off for that one. And then later on tonight, after a little bit of a break, we've got Regis taking on Oshkosh Lords in D4. Also, Neelsville against Howard's Grove in D4. Those are the two games we've got coming up tonight. Again, we are at the half right now of Owen-Witee and Wausau-Newman, 32-21, Witee on top. Hey, for the second half of action, let's send it down courtside right now to Brian and Heidi.
All right, thank you very much, Jake. And we were talking about all the good teams that each of these teams had played throughout the year, and didn't even mention that Neelsville played against Owen-Witee a couple times this year, too. So we see Neelsville later on this evening. Both of these teams really battle-tested and ready to go in this state tournament. We've had a good game here for the first half.
It's been a great game. A lot of back and forth, a lot of great defense. Finishing on the other end. Garlett's three-point play finishes. It's been good.
And I bet we have visual evidence to back up what you just talked about. Let's see it. How about for those Newman Catholic Cardinals and Connolly That's Kennedy right there, and she swings it out to Connolly. Or Yanes right there, that one's off the rim. Now we go to Connolly. Connolly all the way through traffic.
You know, she is a sprinter, and she's got such quickness, and we'll see her right there anticipating getting it, pushing it down the floor, and finishing on the other end.
She scores that layup and part of her 11 points. And then over on the other end for the Blackhawks, and you're talking about Garlitz and what she's been doing, especially in that second quarter.
A solid drop step in the post finish. Lob off the glass. Sealing her girl and finishing once again.
For 17 points for Garlitz in the first half. And we take a look at the leading scorers. There she is with her 17, followed by Gordon with 9 and Caraba with 4. Sarah Connolly, the leading scorer for the Cardinals. She has 11. Grace Kennedy with 6, and a couple more players with 2. First half stats, what jumps out at you?
Oh my goodness, look at the field goal percentage for the Blackhawks, 64%. They shoot 48% for the season, which is phenomenal. Free throws, 100%. And then obviously the inside points. Even though Garlitz is only about 5'9", she's playing like she's about 6'2" today.
And really getting that ball and pushing it ahead, the Blackhawks are, and they're scoring underneath all those points in the paint. Time for us to get ready for the second half. We will have it for you right after this. A message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Newman will get the basketball to start the second half. They trail 32-21. There's been some great fan support for both of these clubs throughout the year. The Newman boys basketball team, they're big-time cheerleaders for the girls basketball team. And I see the fans over for Owen-Witee. They've just switched in the front row from their black shirts. They put red ones on. So it's not just our eyes deceiving us. They have now turned to red for the second half.
I like to see the boys program supporting the girls program. I like to see the girls program supporting the boys program. That's the way it should be. It should be a community thing, supporting one another.
Hegemeyer breaks the press and brings it ahead. Guards to go inside. Kennedy takes it away. Connolly on the right side. The spin move through the defenders and off the rim. They kick it back outside. Yane comes around.
Once again, Newman dominating on the offensive boards.
They go back inside to Yang.
Nice feed to Yang. Little drop step dribble off the side, backboard.
Caraba up ahead, stops and goes off the rim, tries to grab her own rebound. That one's a putback by Garlitz, who rolls off. Caraba tries. Someone's going to grab that basketball. It's Newman with it. That was Tubbs. She comes away with it and brings it across. Connolly has it now.
Kennedy's got a great post up underneath. They missed her.
Yane on that left side tries to use the right hand, and it's off the front of the rim.
I think one of the keys for Newman is they're going to have to start looking inside to Kennedy, because she does post up so solid. They got to start looking for her. Tubbs with her second rebound in a row.
Unauthorized use or rebroadcast of this program in live internet stream without the express written consent of Quincy Newspapers Incorporated, Wisconsin Broadcast Division, is strictly prohibited and a violation of U.S. copyright law. So Newman gets the possession back as they take it away. Shot in the paint. Owen-Witee comes away with it, and we have a foul.
Newman being very impatient on offense, barely getting a pass across half court, going up for that three-point shot, not even having any offensive rebounders underneath the basket. They got to slow it down a little bit. Work it into Kennedy. She's posting up so solid.
That foul is on Sarah Connolly.
Garlitz with the inside seal, didn't hold it long enough.
Kennedy almost poked that one away. She did poke it away, but Owen-Witee got it, and there's the rebound.
Newman doing a much better job defending that post, defending number 40, Garlitz.
Upar follows it up. That's taken away by Owen-Witee. Here comes Gordon with it. Karaba called for the traveling. So Owen-Witee with a 32-23 advantage here in the early going of the third quarter.
One thing, what I really like about Owen-Witee is that they look for the transition basket. They don't have it, they immediately pull it out, run one of their sets, and I like how they control the tempo. They look for the transition, but if they don't have it, they're not going to force it, they're going to pull it out and set up an offense.
The Blackhawks take it away, spot up for three off the front for Batchelor. It's poked around, and underneath, Karaba comes up with it and rolls it up and through.
And let me tell you, that was number 34, Gordon, keeping that play alive to Karaba.
Connolly with the basketball. To the wing. Shot for three. Rebound. Gordon had it. Gets it to a teammate. That's Batchelor. Poked away by the Cardinals. They come right back. Here's Connolly inside. Draws the contact. Foul on Gordon. The 2012 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Associated Bank as we go into another look at that.
Connolly going strong, lost control, but not afraid of initiating contact and drawing the foul.
She's stuck with it, and she heads to the free throw line. Sign up for Associated Bank checking today and get exclusive Packers checks featuring Aaron Rodgers himself. For details, visit AssociatedBank.com. And we have a 30-second timeout on the floor. 34-24, Owen-Witee in the lead. Take a look at the numbers that we've talked about during this broadcast, and it's a long career. Look at the all-time coaching list. Jim Myers of Barneville, not too far behind him, but some great names on that list.
Some very great names. And to be in that list is quite an honor, and that's a lifetime of basketball right there.
Al Goodman said that he's always optimistic at the beginning of the year that you can get a team down to the state tournament, but really a key is avoiding injuries. And Garlitz has had that terrific game so far, and she's come back from an ACL injury. So you see she's got that brace on her knee.
Yep.
Happened last year, but she's come back, and she really looks healthy today.
I tell you, and I've torn my ACL twice, so I know what it's like to physically go through that rehab, and then psychologically it's so tough to just get in there and not be afraid to tear it again, and she obviously is not with the intensity that she's playing today.
Connolly good on the second free throw. Emily Hegemeyer sprained her knee this year, so outside of that, no major injuries for this team. It's one of those recipes that you need to follow. You need to have good health. You need to come up with some big plays and some key moments, and you can get down to the state tournament.
And I want to add to that, you have to add team chemistry, because you are a family for 16 to 17 weeks, and you have to have that chemistry to get along, play well together, and not be afraid of who gets the glory. And I think team chemistry plays a big part of that.
Owen-Witee brought all those starters back from last year. And you look at Newman, different starters this year, but they really wanted to continue the tradition. You hear it a lot where they say, we don't want to be the team that doesn't make it down there. So they pick up where sometimes it's older sisters, but it's definitely teammates and those girls that have gone ahead of them and really set the standard and kept the tradition alive, and they just continue to follow in that path.
And think about it, they lost 6 seniors, and the 4 current seniors are like you said, we're not going to be the ones to be a rebuilding year. We're going to keep that tradition up, and they have so far.
So tied up basketball. The Cardinals are going to get possession. Checking to see if everyone's okay as they come up off the floor, and see Raba hitting her head on the deck. So Owen-Witee with the basketball.
Last thing we need is a concussion right there.
It's Owen-Witee, going to make my correction from before. But Owen-Witee going from left to our right. Gordon from straight on three. Karaba follows it up off the backside. The Blackhawks keep possession, and they go inside to Garlitz. Kick it back out, and they swing it around the perimeter.
Being very patient on offense. 2 offensive rebounds.
Gordon off the front, tracked down by Connolly. Newman looking at that 10-point deficit, trying to chip away from it. Connolly for 3, rattles from the front to the back. Kennedy with a big board to keep things alive for the Cardinals. Nice move inside for Tubbs.
Beautiful move by Tubbs, not afraid to attack the rim. We must say, once again, Kennedy is the one that got that offensive rebound to make that happen.
Poked away by Newman, but Hegemeyer keeps control of it. Gordon inside, kicks it over to the wing. Caraba off the rim. Weak side rebound, and that's put back up by Batchelor, and she draws contact, and she'll head to the free throw line.
Daly Rupar had a good, that was just a beautiful take right there by Tubbs. On the other end, Daly Rupar had inside position, but didn't push her out enough. And then what happened is 23, Kennedy Batchelor was able to get that rebound. So sometimes when you've got the inside position, it really doesn't matter unless you're going to hold it and maintain that contact.
Into the ball game, Abby Connolly, a 5'2" sophomore guard. By the way, we saw Team Tubbs there. They're sitting right behind us.
They are right behind us, yes.
And they liked the reaction as well when they saw themselves in the replay. There we go again.
Got a great support cast there for her.
Newman with the basketball, and Owen-Witee will not pick them up until after half court in this defense. Maddie Tubbs with the basketball, finds Connolly out on the wing, and they try to go inside, and it's taken away by the Blackhawks. They want to run. Caraba up ahead on the right hand, hides it and gets up and goes off the glass. Newman comes away with it, running the other way. All the way up ahead is Abby Connolly for the layup.
That is Newman's first wide open layup to the basket. Well, actually, second after Connolly's in the first half. That's what they need to do more of. Play that strong half-court pressure, get the turnover, and finish on the other end.
Newman has made it a 7-point basketball game. Gordon inside the arc. Off the left side, Kennedy with another board. Here comes Newman up the left side. Send it around. Abby Connolly in for another layup. That's back-to-back layups for her.
She's feeling it. She's doing a great job setting the defense up, crosses over, and beautiful layup.
She almost took it away as well. Now she has it back. Here's Abby Connolly again on the left side, and she draws the foul.
Love her intensity, her pressure. She has been the difference in this third quarter. Great pass up the court, finishes off the glass.
There's her layup on the right side, and the Newman bench is pumped up at this point. They've made this a 5-point ball game. And we have a full timeout. Closed captioning of this WIAA tournament broadcast is brought to you by your local WIAA network station. So Abby Connolly to spark off the bench. Time for us to take a break. The message from your network station.
Join Menards this week in saluting our American-made products with Menards Made in the USA sale. Sylvania has been manufacturing light bulbs since 1901. Made in Winchester, Kentucky, 2 packs of halogen indoor-outdoor flood bulbs in 3 wattages are just $6.98. Protect your vehicles with Old World Automotive products. Made in Bedford Park, Illinois, this Peak Global Lifetime Antifreeze and Coolant combination helps protect any vehicle. $4.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
In Wisconsin, we believe in lessons learned early in life. Play hard and play fair. That's why Rural Mutual Insurance sponsors WIAA Athletics and the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award. We're proud of Wisconsin and of our agents and claims adjusters who give undivided attention. They don't stand on the sidelines when misfortune hits. We serve everyone, rural or city, with the fastest claim service in the state. Rural. It's not where you live, it's what you value. A Farm Bureau service.
Newman has closed the gap to 5. It's 36-31. We see head coach Tom Weinkoff, who won 3 consecutive state titles with the boys at Marathon, looking to do the same thing with the Newman girls. The last team to do it was Milwaukee Vincent in 2007, 8, and 9. They also won the Division IV title in 2002. So Newman with the basketball, trying to chip away even further into this Blackhawks lead.
Abby Conley has been the spark that they needed.
It's like we got a foul underneath, and Newman's been able to do this with an 8-2 run.
Valerie Nimi had inside position, and Conley pushed off on her off the rebound. Draws the foul.
It's taken away by Newman. Connolly up and off the side. Rebound by Batchelor on the end line and stepped on the line. It's Newman basketball underneath their own bucket.
Newman's pressure is starting to get to Witee right now. Witee just got to calm down, take care of the basketball, show some composure like they did in the first half.
Tubbs goes inside to Kennedy, almost ripped away. She goes off the back. Rebound Newman, put back up. Ripped away by, look at Newman comes away with it. We're just going back and forth here.
All
and it's
right
out of
underneath the
bounds.
basket.
It's going to stay right there. By the time we spit a name out, someone else has already had the basketball.
That was like 4 possession changes right underneath the basket.
Right now, Yane has the basketball, and she sends it up top, and that's almost poked away, tracked down by Connolly. Valerie Nimi is in the game. That's number 10 for Owen-Witee, who did a very nice job with the national anthem before this game.
She sure did. I don't know how she could do it. I'd be so nervous for the game, and then to sing in front of all these people, she did a very nice job.
They go inside to Nimi. Taken away by Kennedy. Quickly inside the turnaround. Yane. Poked away by Tubbs. Tubbs for 3. And that one sails out of bounds.
Wow. All I can say is you better make sure that you secure that ball before you put it on the floor, because someone's right there looking to take it away from you, as we've seen.
Taking just a moment for everyone to get their shoes tied, get those ankle braces set, and we are ready to begin play again. The big pass all the way up court. We've seen that several times by the Blackhawks, and that's quickly poked away by Tubbs.
Tubbs, good job getting back on the floor to deflect that pass.
So the Blackhawks will set things up underneath their own basket. Gordon slaps the ball, sends it up ahead to Caraba. Caraba at the top. The defender was on the floor for a second. She goes for a drive and off the glass and in.
Under control. She's so strong. Finishes at the basket. And I just have to say it again, she's only a sophomore. I can't believe with poise and composure she plays with.
And the Blackhawks really needed that bucket too. And we got a tied up basketball. Possession's going to stay on that side of the court. Let's take another look there.
At this point, with only a minute left, I thought they might just take their time, but nope. She saw an opening and went strong to the basket.
Newman sets it up on top. Tubbs quickly inside. Yang contact, scores.
I loved that inbound play. That was very nice. Great finish by Brianna Yane underneath the basket.
That's last touch by Gordon, so Newman's going to get the basketball in front of their own bench.
Yane passes it at the top of the key, comes right back in underneath, gets it in the center, puts it in for 2.
Yane for 3. And we got a whistle. She's going to go to the free throw line for 3.
32 white.
Yane, second team all-conference in the Marywood this year, draws the foul. She heads to the free throw line where she's an 81% free throw shooter.
Witee was trying to close out on that shot just a little too aggressively and obviously draws the foul.
Yane 3 of 12 from the field in this game. 6 points total for her off the front of the rim on her first free throw attempt.
She shoots 78% from the free throw line. These 2 free throws would be huge, bringing them within 3.
It's the second one to go. The Newman Cardinals, number 1 in the final AP poll as well as the coaches poll. Owen-Witee coming in 9th in the AP poll, 7th in the coaches. So she's good on numbers 2 and 3. And look at that, Heidi, we have a 3-point ball game.
Basketball is such a game of highs and lows. Newman has really sparked the second half, this third quarter. Their momentum is definitely going their way.
Batchelor has the basketball. Caraba in the short corner, drives 2 defenders in there, and that's an offensive foul on Caraba.
Love to see that. Kennedy position, held it, and drew the offensive foul. Good for her.
Take another look as she puts it on the floor on the left side. And there's the position, and Karaba. The final shot of the quarter. It's off the backboard, and there we go. There's our buzzer. It's a three-point game. Newman on quite a run here in the second half of the third quarter. 38-35, Owen-Witee in front. Messages now from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. This WIAA game summary is brought to you by Skyward, creator of Skyward School Management System and Skyward Family Access, the best solution for Wisconsin school districts and parents. Well, Heidi, it was an 11-point game at the half, 3-point game at the end of 3, and the numbers reflect it right there.
Well, to only have 2 field goals, that's tough, and that's not their style. You have to give credit to Newman's defense there. I think Newman has to credit Abby Connolly for bringing that spark with those 2 baskets she made, and she drew that foul. She's the difference right now in this game.
You stressed the point before about Owen-Witee trying to keep their composure. That's really what they need to do. As you go into the fourth quarter, they do have the lead. This is their game for the taking, and they have to maintain their composure.
And right now, the first possession of the game ends up in a turnover by Witee. They've got to maintain their composure.
A shot rattles in and out, tracked down by Yang. Yang goes back up again. Newman again, there's Grace Kennedy in the middle of things again. It's out of bounds, and Newman basketball.
Newman does such a good job on the offensive boards, getting a lot of second, third, and even fourth opportunities at the basket.
Yang quickly gets it back, tries the right side, goes back up top. Tubbs gets it to Connolly. Connolly with the basketball, puts it on the floor inside 15 feet. And we got a foul.
Sometimes it's tough to get that bounce pass to a post when she's being double teamed. I always like to encourage the lob or make them jump for that ball.
That foul is on Grace Kennedy for Newman. Karaba gets it in and quickly gets it back. But we have a violation. They were on the line.
Yep, Witee didn't have possession in the court before getting that pass. You have to establish your presence before you can get that pass coming out of bounds.
So Newman gets another chance here, down 3, and they have the basketball. Sarah Connolly on the dribble, sends it across to Tubbs. Tubbs looking inside, there's Grace Kennedy. They kick it out to Connolly. Connolly rattles in and out. Board by, it's like Garlitz is in there. Boy, they're just fighting for every ball.
Absolutely.
And we got a foul.
Newman is starting to play with their own sense of composure. This is the most patient I've seen them on offense, and they can afford to be because they have some strong offensive rebounders.
That foul is on Garlitz. The 2012 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic, encouraging you to live an active, healthy life. Marshfield Clinic, don't just live, shine. Connolly for 3. Newman with the follow-up. Poked out to the corner. Gordon gets it. She goes up ahead to Hegemeyer. Hegemeyer, one defender to beat. She goes inside. Another tied-up basketball. We're going to come back the other way.
Good job by Conley getting back on defense. She's the one that blocked Hegemeyer's shot.
Owen-Witee brings back its defense. It allows Connolly to walk the ball up the court.
Now, I had made that point earlier, how Owen-Witee does such a good job of doing that transition if they don't have it, pulling it back out, and they're not doing that this half. They're definitely a different team offensively this half than they were first half.
Connolly on the drive, has it poked away. Tries to get it back, and it goes out of bounds. The Blackhawks will get the basketball.
This is a huge possession for Owen-Witee to take control of the ball. Big basket here.
Caraba brings it across, gets it into the corner with Batchelor. Batchelor head fake, drives baseline, goes up and in.
What a pretty move. Batchelor, little shot fake, gets her defender in the air, takes it baseline, lays it up on the side of the basket.
Now Goodman talked about with the good players in this Blackhawk squad that sometimes Batchelor is the forgotten player, but he said that she could really be the ace in the hole. When the other defenders are concentrating on other basketball players, she can come up big.
She's that X factor. She gets those points when other girls are being defended well, and here she sets up on the wing, little shot fake, gets her girl to stand up.
Worked off a little bit of contact there. The Blackhawks push it up ahead. There's Batchelor again, all the way up and underneath the basket. It's off the back of the bracket.
The Blackhawks release that player so well down the floor, and they always are able to find them.
Batchelor pokes it away, so Newman gets the ball. Tom Weinkoff calls a 30-second timeout to talk things over with his Cardinals. It is a 40-35 game here with 5:31 to go in regulation. So Newman made that charge at the end of the third quarter, but Owen-Witee has been able to keep them at arm's length.
They sure have. I think that Owen-Witee does a nice job with their transition, and like I stated before, they did an outstanding job first half of keeping their composure. They need to do that more than ever these last 5 minutes and 31 seconds. On the other hand, Newman has to start getting that ball inside and attacking the rim like they did earlier. What they're doing is they're settling for the three-point shots and mid-range jumpers, and they need to attack the rim, draw the foul, and look inside to Kennedy.
Sarah Connolly is the leading scorer for the Cardinals. She has 13 points. The leading scorer for Owen-Witee is Elena Garlich. She has 18. Take a look at the inside points, and it's what we were talking about, getting the ball inside. Both these teams creating some turnovers and getting those layups and getting inside. There's a lot of battling for loose balls in there as well.
That's exactly what I said. You got to get it into Kennedy, which they did. She had a great steal.
They were listening to you. Did you send some sort of message across the court?
I tell you, being a post myself, when you work hard down there, you want to be rewarded with that ball.
That's right. Feed the post whenever you can.
That's
it's a three-point game once again.
And on the other end, Garlitz had 17 points. She's only had 1 point this half, and they're not looking inside to her either.
Connolly gets it inside to Kennedy. They listen to you again. She scores. It's a 1-point game. Owen-Witee has it taken away, up and in, and Newman is back in front. Maddie Tubbs with the score.
6 points in a matter of 50 seconds right there, and you take the lead by 1.
And we have a timeout as the Newman Catholic Fighting Cardinals fight back to take a 41-40 advantage. We take another look right here as they go inside to Kennedy. And a message now from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
We live in a place where freedom of speech is our right. Giving someone a platform to speak ensures their ability to exercise that right. By standing up for educators, advocating for programs like foreign language, WIAA speaks for me and my students. Add your voice to the conversation at Speak Out Wisconsin on Facebook.
Okay, Edith, you are all set with the Packers checking account.
Thank you.
And we have a special gift for you.
Oh?
Hello, Edith.
Want more Aaron Rodgers in your life?
Oh, my.
Is that part of the deal?
Oh.
Get exclusive Packers checks featuring Aaron when you open a Packers checking account. For details, go to your nearest branch or visit us online.
So do you play canasta?
All the time.
I love that game.
And we're back, Heidi, and we're taking a look at that post presence by Grace Kennedy. They go inside,
position. Off the glass. I tell you, that post player position is such a tough position to play with your back to the basket, and Kennedy does it so well.
So the Blackhawks had a chance to talk things over as they break the press by Newman, get it up ahead, and now they trail 41-40. The Blackhawks going inside. There's Garlitz, only 1 point in the second half after 17 in the first half. Hegemeyer has it almost poked away. It's off of Caraba. She has to save it. Batchelor gets it in. There's Garlitz. Yang comes away with it. Here comes Connolly. And she pulls it back. Still on the dribble, the left-handed scoop.
She may have missed some of those layups in the beginning of the game, but she's making them when she counts, when they count.
Newman extends the lead to 3. Gordon all the way in through traffic, and we have a whistle. Foul underneath.
We talked about Batchelor being that X factor for Owen-Witee. I'm going to have to say that Madison Tubbs is the X factor for Newman. She's only a sophomore. She plays great defense. Came out with that steal earlier.
There's Garlitz. They go back to her after her big first half.
That's her first basket of the second half here. They need to do more of that.
That last foul is on Abby Connolly. We have a turnover near the Blackhawks bench. And we take another look.
Caraba to Garlitz for the finish. I think right now you want to go for those high percentage shots and get it inside.
Valerie Nemi has checked into the ball game for Owen-Witee. Caraba for 3.
It's not a shot they need right now.
Slips through. Grace Kennedy comes up with it.
Got to be patient, work that ball, get it inside. Got to go for those high percentage shots these last 3 minutes.
Tom Weinkoff calling out the play. Connolly listening, surveying the defense. She goes around the left side. It's Connolly and Connolly back and forth. Gain to the top. They get it around to the left side. Looking to get it inside is Tubbs. Gain off the front.
Gordon comes up with the ball, leading their transition.
Pushes it all the way up ahead. Batchelor with a nice move, little shoulder shake and scores.
I tell ya, she does such a good job of setting her defense up with that little shoulder shake, head fake. Gets them standing up and goes right underneath them.
And it's a 1-point ball game again.
Oh, we couldn't ask for a better game.
How exciting is this? A great way to kick off the girls' state tournament this weekend. Gain on the floor and the runner off the back. Caraba with a big board.
Gordon once again leading their transition to Batchelor.
Batchelor with a little move and has enough time to get that defender to come in and draws the contact, so she gets ahead to the free throw line for a pair.
Here we have Gordon to Batchelor. Kisses it off the glass.
Sarah Connolly called for her 4th personal foul, so that'll be big down the stretch here for the Cardinals. And we have a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. A message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
It's Game 3 of the Central League Soccer Tournament. And Dave, these kids are beat.
And there's still one game left. I don't know how they're ever going to make it.
Let's hope their coach has some inspiration before the next game.
Want to know a secret? Research indicates that low-fat chocolate milk is better at rehydrating, helping muscles recover, and boosting energy than leading sports drinks.
Wow, it's like a whole new team. What's their secret?
It's pretty amazing, Bob.
Got chocolate milk?
We are back at the Kohl Center, and we have a great one for you. Owen-Witee with a 44-43 advantage with 2:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. No place you'd rather be than the Kohl Center in Madison, is there?
That's right.
3 fantastic days of basketball. Had an outstanding boys tournament, especially that championship Saturday, and the girls following it up this week in the state capitol. Now, Sarah Connolly, as we reset things, has 4 personal fouls. She is still in the ball game. Batchelor is at the free throw line. She has 5 points. All of those coming here in the second half.
Batchelor at the line.
Oh, did you put it up?
She's good on the first.
Big free throw.
62% free throw shooter.
Free throws are going to be key these last 2 minutes.
So a 2-point advantage here for the Blackhawks. Connolly on the left side, off the left side of the rim. Garlitz gets the board. Trying to get out of that double team, and she's called for a traveling.
That was a great trap by Yane and Connolly that forced that turnover right there.
Tubbs sends it in, Connolly with it. Kennedy from long range, off the mark.
I had talked about it before. Kennedy needs to stay underneath and play where she plays best, and that's off the boards and in the post, and we got to get good high percentage shots.
That was the big part of their run. Kennedy was scoring inside, and Abby Connolly off the bench with a couple of layups. Gordon sets it up on top. Raba, that entry pass, they go inside to Garlitz, who spins around and scores.
Owen-Witee does that play so well. They bring everyone up to the three-point line, and they isolate Garlitz, and they get her for that isolation, and she does a great job of finishing for 2.
Connolly off the backside, the follow-up off the mark, that's battled around. Again, high off the glass and through is Abby Connolly. And a quick timeout by Tom Weinkoff. Boy, Abby Connolly, what can you say about her? The spark off the bench.
She has made the difference in this game, and she just never gives up, and she is the difference in why they are within 2 with 1:13 left.
Abby Connolly is 3 of 8 from the floor. She has 6 points and 3 rebounds. She's listed as 5'2".
She is 5'2", plays with such big heart. It's got to kind of be neat to play with your older sister, Sarah Connolly.
Megan was with the team prior. That bucket right there snapped a 7-0 Blackhawks run.
Big basket for them. Winthy has the lead right now. We've got 1:13. They just have to stay composed. They don't even need to take a shot. They just have to stay composed, work the ball around, make Newman foul them.
Newman has those 17 fouls, so Owen-Witee is in the bonus, so any kind of foul, they're going to head to the free throw line. As we take a look at our game reset with 1:13 to go here. Owen-Witee in front, 47-45. Al Goodman's never won a state title with Owen-Witee, so he's trying to get his Blackhawks into the Division 5 state final. These two teams just 45 miles apart. They go different directions when it comes to the playoffs. Owen-Witee goes off to that western part of kind of where the state splits right there, and Newman plays off to the east. So Batchelor has the basketball for the Blackhawks. Keep it underneath the bucket, back into Batchelor, working well with Gordon. And it's turned over by the Blackhawks. Newman will get the basketball now with 1:07 to go.
Newman is putting a lot of pressure on Withy. Withy's just got to take control and calm down.
Sarah Connolly in the game. She has 4 personal fouls.
Big possession for Newman right here. Could tie the game.
Kennedy sends it up. Yane all the way up and in, and she draws the foul.
That's what Yane does best, is she attacks the rim, gets the ball at the wing, draws the foul.
That foul is on Karaba for the Blackhawks.
And she's the girl I'd want to have on the free throw line, shooting 78%. Leads the team in free throw field goal percentage.
16 fouls now for Owen-Witee. You see the excitement there on both of these benches. A tight game right down to the final minute in this D5 semifinal. Nothing but net on the second one. With a 1-point game. Owen-Witee trying to get it in, dealing with that Newman full court pressure. They got through a quarter of the court, they get it across. Karaba with it. Over to Gordon on the dribble, drives all the way into the lane and off the glass and good.
That was huge. Good for Gordon. Saw the opening, took it, strong and finished.
She gave a little look off to the side and opened things up. She had that path right into the basket.
No fears on her part, that's for sure.
Tom Weinkoff calls a timeout. We are going to take a timeout as well. Now a message from our sponsors. This is your WIAA State Network.
we live in a place where freedom of speech is our right. Giving someone a platform to speak ensures their ability to exercise that right. By standing up for educators, advocating for programs like foreign language, WIAA speaks for me and my students. Add your voice to the conversation at Speak Out Wisconsin on Facebook.
Okay, Edith, you are all set with the Packers checking account.
Thank you.
And we have a special gift for you.
Oh?
Hello, Edith.
Want more Aaron Rodgers in your life?
Oh, my.
Is that part of the deal?
Oh.
Get exclusive Packers checks featuring Aaron when you open a Packers checking account. For details, go to your nearest branch or visit us online.
So do you play canasta?
All the time.
I love that game.
38.7 seconds to go. Owen-Witee in front, 49-46. And Heidi, we break things down in the scoring column quarter by quarter, and it's tight down into the fourth quarter.
It's tight. It's that third quarter that really got Newman back into the game.
Alyssa Gordon, the only senior starter for the Blackhawks, made that last bucket for Owen-Witee to put them up by 3. Half a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Newman with the basketball.
Newman really only needs to go for a 2-point right at this point.
Connolly along 2 off the front. The putback off the rim. Another one. Kennedy is in there. She fires off a shot. Owen-Witee has the basketball, and there's a foul. We're going to go back the other way.
A lot of great opportunities for Newman to score. Kennedy solid on the boards. Gain, a great move. Tubbs keeping it alive. Just couldn't finish there.
He had several chances underneath. You see Kennedy off the board. That's up. Had a hand in there again and really grabbed up by Batchelor. And there's the foul.
Couldn't ask for any more opportunities at the basket.
Batchelor heads to the free throw line. She's made 2 of 4. It is a 14.3 seconds left to go in this game. Owen-Witee up by 3. Misses the front end of that 1-and-1. Grace Kennedy, they go ahead now to Yane. Yane, final seconds, tries a 3. That's in and out, and a rebound. Newman has it, couple points left. Kennedy for 3, that one's off the mark, and there's the buzzer. Owen-Witee is heading to your D5 state championship game on Saturday. A thrilling victory for the Blackhawks. They win it 49-46. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station.